Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. A warm welcome to this expert tutorial session. In this session, I'm going to introduce you the what's new coming process analytics capability in SAP MDG S4HANA 2020 release. My name is Kevin Wang. I'm a product manager from SAP Master Governance Development Team based in SAP headquarters in Walldorf, Germany. After this session, I hope you will be able to introduce your customers and users what's new possibilities in our 2020 release process analytics. As you know, SAP Master Governance is a very successful product in the enterprise software market. Many big companies are using the central governance functions to manage all their key master data maintenance process. This master data process in MDG, we call it the change request. So the process could be complex because it can involve different organizations, different persons in many different line of business, like the sales, production, planning, financials, etc. The process can even be more complex if the approval process is dynamically determined according to the data attribute, which requested in the change request. So for example, the customer company code data is requested, then the additional local financial approval is needed. For another example, if it is a finished goods product requested, then the approval step must be monitored against some KPI so that it can be available to the downstream system as soon as possible. Therefore, a deep process analytics is highly demanded to enable the end user to analyze the process efficiency and identify the performance bottleneck. So with these new process analytics solutions delivered in 2020 release, we will exactly address these possibilities to you. I have divided this topic into topics. First one, the change request work items analytics, which give you the out-of-box applications, which allow you to analyze the process on the step level information. And the second, we have enabled a framework to support you to analyze the change request process by using the master data attribute. For example, some country or address information for business partner, some material type, material group in the product area. Of course, there's also valid for the other domains. So let's come to the first topic, the work item analytics. So in this topic, we have delivered two out-of-box analytics applications for each domain that SAP delivered, like the business partner, product, and the financials. So in total, this is the 6 apps we have delivered. You can see on the right upper corner, these apps. Those apps will enable the master specialist to get real-time insight of ongoing change request, as well to analyze the completed change request. By using this app, you can monitor the ongoing governance process, answer some question like where are those ongoing change requests, which steps are the currently staying, and are they waiting in the queue for a long time for approval. You can also get the workload of the responsible organizations or operations who processing this change request. And another important feature that you can monitor the health of the work list, how long the work items has been waiting for approval. Yeah, this is also very important to get to know so that you can really pushing the ongoing process forward. By using this app, you can analyze and compare the process efficiencies to see how quick each step is executed, and the average processing time is going up or going down by time being. Last but not least, you can always drill down to the individual change request processing UI to do further investigation or follow-up actions if necessary. We have delivered for each standard domain these apps, but of course, with your customer models, custom domains, you can also easily enable or to build such applications for your end user. So let's have a look details on these two apps. First, monitor ongoing change request work items. In this app, you will see the open work items in your system. You can analyze these work items by using the change request header information like the change request type, status, reason, etc., as well as the workflow information. So which step are the, which status, and who are responsible to processing these work items. We have delivered some standard views here for you to quickly look at this is work items, but of course you can change as you want to different using different attribute, etc. And in the second app, analyze and completely change request work items, you get more measures to analyze the performance of your finished change request process, like the average processing hours or work days, and the number of the work items, total processing time, etc. And also similar, you can analyze these measures by using different attributes. I will also give you a demo later, so let's look at that details later in the demo. So I would like to highlight another feature in these two apps. So we have delivered a feature so-called view the work item by processing time. So processing time could be processing work days, processing hours, and you can see on the upper right corner, the first screen, there are work items are waiting in the queue for how long. So like 1 to 10 days or 10 to 15 days. Why I need to know this? So suppose I'm a master process owner or specialist. I would like to know how healthy my ongoing process and how long are those open change requests are waiting for approval. Especially I want to know in general for particular approval steps, how quick or slow the approval step is executed in the past. Therefore, you can use this view by processing our workdays to look at this information. So these KPIs, you can see there's these work items grouped in different time frame or KPIs, which you can define them in the customizing. So there are some screenshot here you can see. There are working days. So the views can be viewed by, the work item can be viewed by processing days or hours or work days. These are three possibilities. Additionally, as our analytics apps are using the Smart Business framework, which is a standard S4 embedded analytics tool, you get a lot of analytics features like drill down or navigating to different views, and you can also save the settings filters in a new tile app. You can easily open it or send email to your colleagues to further analysis. I will also give you a demo later for this particular part. The most important information I want to mention here is that we use the standard generic CDS views as a data source to provide the data for the analytics apps. You can easily configure a new apps on your own customer data model by using our CDS view. So you just need to pass some parameters with your old data model name, and then you will get all the data for your data model. Without not saying too much, I would like to show you some demo in the system directly, exactly looking at these two functionalities. So let me switch my share to my So I hope you can see my second screen now. Here I'm in the business partner area of the S4HANA Fiori Launchpad. you see the central governance. So these two apps are not available automatically. So you can find them from the catalog that we have delivered in 2020 release. For example, this is for material governance, these two apps, and also for financials, you have these two apps as well. And we will put our business partner, these two apps into our homepage. So we put this analyze open work item and monitor open work items. So here you can see there's a monitor open work item app for business partner. There are 92 work items in the system. When I open the app, you will see the first view to show you all the work items in the system organized by change request type and the steps. Yeah, so different process can define different workflow steps behind, and it shows you the visibility of all the steps, or how many work items are available currently in this step. And the second view, you can see that by the status, they are organized by the change request type level, how many work items are waiting for action, how many are being processed already. And the next one, you can also look at the responsibility view. So which organization are currently working on this change request? And if it's a user-defined processor, then we hide this name because of the data privacy. But if you define as a role or organization unit positions, they will be all displayed here in this view. Let's look at one scenarios here. I want to firstly drill down to my interested change request type. To see this is a business partner. I select always the change request type here using the filter bar. And you see the chart are refreshed here below, and we see one final check step. There are 15 work items open for approval. So I want to know deeper about these 15 work items, why they are in the queue for so many work items here. So you can see now there are 3 work items are waiting queue in 0 to 5 days, but another 12 work items already more than 5 days. How long this really taking, or how long they are still really waiting in the queue? I want to have a further deeper look. So this possibilities, you can ask your consultant, or from the beginning, you can define these groups, as I mentioned in the slide. This customizing in our MDG. So now I would like to switch back to the backend system, the MDG customizing, to show you how we can define more groups or more time frames here. So we have a new structure node process analytics. The fourth one, configure timeframes for process analytics. This view cluster we use to define these KPIs. So it's divided by the change request type level. So if you're interested to define such time frame, you can enter this change request type. Firstly, you define a factory calendar, which is used to calculate the work days. So this factory calendar defines, okay, which days, weekend, and public holiday will be excluded for the calculation. And take this example, create a business partner. So you can see there are some work days, time frame defined 5. That's exactly why you see only 0 to 5 or greater than 5 days in the list, in the view. So there are also process hours, days, as I mentioned. This is all possible depending on which measure you want to use. Let's define more time frames on these work days. I define 20 and 100 so that we can have a deeper look into these work items. After I save the customizing, okay, I can come back to our view on the analytics app to refresh the browser to see how it looks like now for these groups. And you can see there are 10 work items staying there in queue 20 to 100 days. I mean, really depend on how you define your KPI in the backend. But there are 2 work items really taking so long, more than 100 days. Unbelievable. So let's look at it deeper in these two work items. So I navigate to this detailed list of the change requests and work items here. And you can even further navigate to the change request UI itself to really look at why they are happening, why it's so long, taking so long, what's exactly happening there. So that's the monitor open work items apps. So the second demo I would like to give you to analyze the completed work items. This time I'm using product. This product also I put these two apps already here. We open the app, analyze the completed work items for product relevant change request. Here you see the first view is providing the average processing hours for the work items. So here you can see average how fast or how slow this work item are executed. And you can also see the trend of this average processing time going up and down on even the step level, which change type and step. So it's a little bit too much. So I want to drill down to the last half year. I use the work item created on as an additional filter here. And you can see also a lot of other filters you can use to do further drill down. Let me define to the 1st of April that we can see only the last half year how this change request steps executed, whether it's going down and up. So you can see that chart is very interactive. The next view, we will see the change request actions. In this step, in this view, you can see how many rejection or approval or resubmit, restore happened. This is actually coming from the user action, which decision they have made when they process the change request. Next one, you can see the complete work items by month and year, provide you also overview about how many workload you have done in last in past. So of course, we have more views like the processing hours, processing workdays, as I mentioned in last demo already. Here you can group all these completed work items into different groups. You can obviously see most of them executed in 4 hours, but there are many more than really for a long time. Also, the work days is similar. It's just view the data in a different measure. And the next one, you can even look at the complete total processing time, all the work items in the system. You can, of course, drill down by different attribute, but here we organize by the year. And let's have a deeper look, analyze one scenario here about this processing time really take longer, similar like the last one. So for these 5 work items, we want a deeper look at the reason why it's taking so long. And you go to detailed list of these 5 change requests or work item information here. And with this, you can also even look at more details by using this setting button, select other attribute, like average processing hours or days. So that means for each work item, you can see a clear number, how long it really took to get this executed. So like this one, more than 10,000, more than 10,000 hours. Unbelievable. So you can also similar navigating to the change request itself can have a further deeper look. So let's take another deep dive scenario to look at the action. So action, is approval or rejections. So very interesting to know how many rejection happened in last all the happened change requests, because it is maybe helpful to analyze the root cause and to make the first time right better next time. So here I only select those all the rejected work items or change requests, and from different process, from different change request type. And there's attribute rejection reason in MDG you can use to define, okay, why I'm rejecting the change request. to be able to see it more clear, and we focus only on rejection reason. I select the view only, keep this rejection reason open or visible here, so I have a consolidated view. So for this change case faulty reason, there are 7 work items here, and I want to have a deeper look here on these 7 work items. Suppose, okay, I have a next meeting right now, so I can't continue to do further analysis. Here we have the standard function from Smart Business to save this filter as a new tile. And I put it in my homepage, like the desktop. So next time when I open the Fiori Launchpad, I can see it immediately on my homepage. I can click this tile, and then we'll open exactly the view that I stopped last time. I saved it as an old app. Okay, so that's the second demo. So I hope by these 2 demos, you will get a rough idea what these 2 apps is about and what's the capability there allow you to do analyze your change request on the step level information. So next topic, we are going to look at the change request analytics using the mass data attribute. This functionality, we enable the master data owner or specialist to analyze change request process by using really the master data attribute and even the organization data. Because mostly the business organized or structured by this attribute, also the approval process might be attribute dependent. For example, the finished goods product process must be completely different with the raw material processing, right? Different organizations or different steps, approvals are needed. In this enablement, you can analyze all change requests, open or completed, filled down by the attribute, and compare the process. Answering, okay, how fast, for example, my change request for my frozen goods, and how fast for my change request for the vegetable product, and so on. So if it's a food company, so you can really deep analyze the efficiency of the process by the data level. And we also, of course, control the authorization, because this you can see all the master data to make sure the data is protected. So we have integrated the authorization control fully like the S4 system. Same like before, you can always enable this app for a customer data model or the extension to our standard data model. Before we go to details, as I'm saying, we have enabled this capability because we don't deliver any standard app, but rather we enable your key user to configure such analytics apps. Therefore, I would like to give you some introduction about this structure. Firstly, MDG using the staging table or active table in the backend to store all your approval processes and data. Based on this data, you need to generate some CDS views. First one is the basic CDS view, and second, the analytics CDS views. So exactly, I will also demo you this functionality. How do you configure and generate such a CDS view? And later, you can use any standard analytics tool like the Smart Business or SAP Analytics Cloud to access this CDS view as a data source and to show and deliver some stories or apps to your end user. So this is a rough process. For detailed level, so then we look at our framework, how we have enabled this functionality. So we know that the MDG framework has a lot of functions, and the data model is very flexible. You can define a lot of attribute as you want as well into the data model. Therefore, we firstly provide this view cluster to allow you to configure such a data source. We call this analytic CDS view by selecting the data from the data model from the entity type from which attribute you are interested in to view your process. And later, based on this CDS view, you can really build up your UI. So with this CDS view, when it is generated from the tool, you will get those measures in the data source or the CDS view, number of change requests, average processing time or total processing time. So those measures is offered to you to analyze the change request efficiency. And the attribute you will get, like the change request header information, the key of the entity type, as well what you have configured in the view cluster will be available for you to drill down the chart. So we will have deeper look at all this in the demo. Afterwards, this is one example. You can build up the analytics apps by using, for example, the Smart Business in S4. And there are a lot of different functionalities or different UIs. You can provide this information to your end user, like the chart or the analytic list page and so on. So you can really fully leverage all this functionality from Smart Business and still still growing with more and more functionalities for you. So I have provided also a how-to guide to guide you through how you can configure such a analytics app from beginning, from how you generate, configure CDS view, and then build up in the end to get the UI running on the screen, and also interact with the change request applications. You can later also get a slide and click the link to open the blog to see more details here. Today, I want to show you an example of another possibility with SAP Analytics Cloud. We also provide these integrations with the CDS views. You can easily to connect to your backend system and to show the data in this analytics platform. There probably you have already a lot of report for your enterprise. You just want to also open this MDG change request process efficiencies on this dashboard as well. So with this into so much, I will give you the next demo to show you how this is done together with our CDS view generation, as well later to create the dashboard in the SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, let me share my demo monitor. So we're starting from our customizing to configure such a CDS view. So the same structure, you can see the second node, generate CDS views for the process analytics. In this list, you see all the configured CDS views for your data model. Let's create a new one. So basically, suppose I want to analyze my business partner change request using the address information like city and country. So I select the data model. You can see all the data model available here. You select the entity type, the main entity type, like the business partner header, and give some descriptions, and status will be changed according to where you are now with the CDS view. The most importantly, now we select the attribute. Yeah, there's important attribute you want to use to drill down your report. So I select firstly some basic business partner header attribute like the business partner category. With this, you can view it by the organization or person. And next one, let me put this address information like the city and the country into the CDS view as well. So you select the city and you select the country here. And by the way, you can see most of the entity types are supported here, so you can use them for free to drill down the report. Now I'm saving this view customizing, and you see it's changed to save to as a draft. And let me generate this CDS view. Now a couple of CDS view will be generated in your system. So a production system or a test system, you have to generate them individually. And the status has changed to generated. And to prove this, let's open our ABAP development tool to show you quickly how the CDS will look like. So I copied this name, and you can see here there are many ABAP artifacts are generated by in the system. So let's open this top one, the query CDS view. And you can see this city address and business partner category, and also many change class attribute available in the CDS view. Not only for that, but as well, as I said, authorization control is very important here to see that all the data are protected. So you can see we have generated some access control object here. Only the authorized people who have the same authorizations, like the authorization group and relationship, can look at the data. Yeah, because that's important. So let's come, now it's finished in backend, and we come to the SAC tenant. In the SAC, SAP Analytics Cloud, firstly, we need to create some model to access the data. So in SAC, because this is a completely different environment, yeah, it's not S4 anymore. This is cloud environment, and I have to create some metadata firstly to use this live data connection to connect to my backend S4 system. So QKG405 is the configured connection to my on-premise system, and I can just type the CDS view description, and then I find this CDS view, which already released, ready to use in SAC. And you can see the CDS view metadata has been retrieved, and all these measures and also the dimensions are available, country, authorization, all these attributes available in the for this model. So I save this metadata into SAC first, so that it's ready to use in my dashboard. So let's come back to the dashboard, which I have prepared some basic dashboard that I have some predefined chart already. You can view the change request by the change request type, by change request status, also some trend, how many change requests created. And you can see also this chart are interact each other. All right, of course, it's not possible to view the attribute level, yeah, organized the chart by the attribute. Therefore, let's now create some new chart to connect to this new model that we have just created. So I insert a new chart here. The data source, firstly, I have to select the new one that we have just created. And you can easily select it here. This one. And then you ready to define the measures, which one you are interested to see, the number of the change class I want to see. Of course, all others can be used as well, depending on your scenario. And here you can see all these attributes are available. I select the country firstly in this chart, and also make the chart more colorful and readable. Let's say I want to see only top 5 countries. So Germany, India has most of the change class created for the business partner. And here give some filter to see only the open change class, not the closed change class, but only the open change class for this chart. I also copied this chart to the city to just copy paste, and you will see that I changed these dimensions to city. So this is coming from the same data source. So all the data are connected each other. But between these two charts, I also want to do some interaction. So let's say if I select the country and I want to see only the city from this country on the right chart. So with this linked model, it's ready, and AI is so easy to configure. And you can see, click Germany, only the Germany cities are visible. And if I click India, then only India cities are visible on the chart. Of course, you can further do a lot of configurations on build more complicated scenarios, or even navigating, interacting to the S4 systems. So this is all possible. So that's the demo that for this integration with our ChangeCast Analytics framework, as well the SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, let me switch back to the slide. So as I said, there's a blog published yearly. If the customer does not have a SAP Analytics Cloud, you can always use the S4 Theory Launchpad, the Smart Business framework to provide the similar dashboard or chart to your end user. So that's all possible. Yeah, we've seen so much. I think I have presented you these two topics. One with this work item analytics from the ChangeCast. There you can really deeper look at on each step level, which organization processing, how long they are waiting for approval, and how performed in the past the process and executed by different organizations or steps. This is all you can analyze. And the second, you have seen the ChangeQuest analytics by using the attribute. This is have never been possible in MDG S4 system. And this is the first time that you will be able to really connect the data and the ChangeQuest together to provide a nice dashboard, and you can do the interactions with MDG applications. All right, so that's what I want to show to you today for these two topics. I hope you join these two features and now you understand roughly what we have provided in this new release. In case you have further questions or some deeper discussions or demos you want to see, we can also have some additional sessions. Just contact me via email.